I know this gets boring, but again, if you see the pause symbol, pause. There's one pause symbol in here. Pause if you need to. Go back, take any notes you need to. If you don't, just go on to the rest of the presentation. Today, the objective. The student will be able to find the least common multiple, LCM. This will be done through presentation and classroom activity. The reason I say LCM, a lot of times people kind of just abbreviate it. Hey, find the LCM. So you guys do know, people often do say LCM for least common multiple, mainly because people are lazy. And I would just rather copy and paste than, hey, LCM. I guess I do both. But in case you see either format, LCM, least common multiple, they mean the exact same thing. And yes, there'll be questions on the test corresponding to this. So what is the least common multiple? That famous question, how will we ever use this? So instead, I pulled one of these word problems that you'll probably see. And this is a real life problem that might go into, that you'll see you're arranging bags with different size washers. In one bag, you put 8 of one size, 12 of one other, and 20 of the last size. If you're ordering the same size at the same time, basically it says, well, what would you do? You're going to actually find the least common multiple for it. So for this one, I'm going to show you to find the least common multiple. The multiplication table way is first. So first, basically, we're going to find the least common multiple of 16 and 20. So first we're going to do, we're going to list all the multiplication things from 16, or you can just grab your multiplication table. So 16, 32, 48, 64, they're all there. Those are all in order. So that would be 16 times 1, 16 times 2, 16 times 3. And I say multiplication table because it's better to use the multiplication table. So the next one, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I listed a whole bunch for 20. So now what we're going to do is, now that we have both of those, we're just going to find the first number from each column that is exactly the same. That's all this is. There's nothing big and fancy to it. So let's see. There you go. 80. We have 80 on the right side for 20 and 80 on the left side. Those are the first multiple. So that's why I found the least common multiple. That is on both sides. That's all you're doing. 80. So this isn't too bad. There's only like a 5-minute presentation because there's not much to it. So what we did is basically what that question before was. That question before had 3 multiples. This one only has, 3 multiples. This only has 2. But another way to try it, it would be for 25 and 40. So what I want you to do then this time is, if you're writing them out, so say you don't have a multiplication table or you're someplace, I just want you to do one whole column. So I did 25, 50, 75, 100, 125. So 25 times 1, 25 times 2, 25 times 3. And then when you're doing the second one, every single time just look. So 40. Let's look to see if we have 40 in the left column. 25, 50. No. So 40 isn't the least common multiple for that side. So then we're going to pull up the next one, 80. So let's see, 25, 50. Nope, it's not there. 75, 100, 125. Let's see. Nope, it's not on that left side again. Let's see what the next one says. 160. Nope, I see 150, 175. Let's go to the next one. 200. There we go. So 200 will be our least common multiple. In a second, I'm going to throw those boxes over it, which it just did, and that's the least common multiple. So that's the other way to do it. Either you can just put both of them right next to each other and find which one is the least common multiple, or you can just take it, list one, and then just keep listing the other until you find it. So here's the pause symbol. There wasn't much to it. I showed you 2 different ways to do the same problem. If you need to go back and double check, go back and double check. So here's 4 problems. Not very hard. They're a lot easier than ones I give you on the worksheet. Above, I tried to do examples that might be a little bit harder, but here's 4 problems. I'm going to start talking, do the 4 problems, pause it right now, and then unpause it when you want to hear the answers. IEP meeting time. So here's the answers to the presentation, 60, 72, 30, 12. So there's the answers to this set of numbers. So Mr. Valentine walked in, so I'm sorry if you heard him speaking during it. I told you guys I had an IEP meeting after school. To recap, least common multiples is not that hard. What you want to do is you want to just list all the multiples from the one number, list all the multiples from the second number, and find what's in common. That's all you want to do. So when you are done, that's it, just finding the numbers. Like I said, it's not super hard. Hopefully you guys get it. If not, again, you guys know, feel free to ask me any questions the next class day, and we will help you guys through it. So I'm going to wait a second so we have the objective, because I always have to end with the objective, and this was way too long of a recap slide. So it is going to be la-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. The student will be able to find least common multiple, LCM. This will be done through a presentation and classroom activity. Have fun with us, one, you guys.